Following the call, there is a deleted message at 7:49. We've established that that deleted message was the video that we see in the chats between Mr. Van Wyk and Mr. Matlala, and we've established that from the third party. At 7:50, there is another call. At 7:52, there is another call. Then the third party sends Mr. Matlala a screenshot of the third party's exchanges with some other people. And those exchanges start with 100% at the top, or 100 at the top at 9:07 in the morning. Then the fourth party, we shall call him, or her, says, "Are you winning?" The third party says, "I'm waiting for him to come back, but he said 350K, it's too much." The fourth party says 300. At 9:25, Mr. Matlala says to the third party, "Okay, I'm also getting good price, so you can make profit." Third party sends a thank you emoji. And at 10:22, Mr. Matlala says, "How many bricks you have?" There's then a call at 10:32. But to go back to the chronology, before we get to the call at 10:32, the video to Mr. Van Wyk is sent at 10:25. So after Mr. Matlala says to the third party how many bricks you have, he sends the video to Mr. Van Wyk at 10:25. And if we can just play that video again. There is something on that video that I want to draw attention to. Can you stop and say 10 seconds? Stop at 10 seconds. That's good. So it's evident throughout the video, but these bricks actually are branded. They say Prestige on them, and they have a crown symbol on them. And we asked the SAPS if they were aware of any narcotics that are branded in this fashion. And we received an information note from Brigadier Allen, who is the section head of chemistry in the SAPS, and that information note appears at page 752. And if we go to 752, we'll see the information note. It explains the background, and it is signed by Brigadier J. Allen, Section Head Chemistry at 758. For present purposes, we would ask the Commission to focus on the information note from paragraph 3.25. And there Brigadier Allen says, through SAP's head office, having received them from the Commission and what the Commission's inquiry was, and then at 3.25 he says, following the circulation of the images in the video to all the SAP's forensic science laboratories that perform drug analysis, feedback was received that such blocks with the indicated logo or imprint as depicted in the above included image from the video have indeed been received by the Forensic Science Laboratory. The following drug-related case lab, and the lab number and Boyson's case number is noticeable. Exhibit material in this case has been received for analysis by the Forensic Science Laboratory on 21 July 2025, and the analysis process has been concluded. Over the page, 3.32, in the specific case, 2 evidence-sealing bags with seal numbers, the numbers are given, were received together containing 6 blocks with a total weight of about 6 kilograms, each block weighing approximately 1 kilograms. Our video showed 5 blocks, each showing approximately 1 kilogram. The blocks were tested by Forensic Science Laboratory and have tested positive for cocaine. Of the 6 blocks, 3 blocks had the Prestige imprint as in the video, and the other 3 blocks did not have the same imprint. The following are relevant images of the blocks that were received in the specific case, with the imprint clearly similar to the imprint on the blocks in the video material. Photos 3, 4, and 6. And then over the page on photo 3, one can see the block is now fragmented, but one can see the same crown symbol and the same Prestige imprint on it. And then again, there is, if one goes down to page 757 at photo 6, one sees the crown symbol and the Prestige stamp on it. So we would submit to the Commission that although this is, although that may not be the case in a criminal trial, for the purposes of the Commission's conclusions, the Commission can, in the absence of any other evidence, conclude that what the video is describing is 1 kilogram bricks, 5 1-kilogram bricks of cocaine being weighed out. If we go back to the sequence, we will remember that at the start of the communications between Mr. Van Wyk and Mr. Matlala is at 10:25 with the video, followed by Mr. Matlala saying, "Get me a good price," at 10:26. Then there was the voice note from Mr. Van Wyk to Mr. Matlala saying, the voice note sent by Mr. Van Wyk to Mr. Matlala saying, "We'll go in at 2:50. That was at 10:31. If we then go back to the chats with the third party, page 543, at 10:34, foot of page 543, at 10:34, Mr. Matlala sends a screenshot to the third party of Mr. Matlala's WhatsApps with someone who is saved on his phone as Bishop. And again, for now, Bishop will remain nameless. And what the screenshot shows is that at 9:11, Bishop sent to Mr. Matlala a screenshot from his phone of Bishop's communications with Tando, Mario, Chino, Finest Group LDA, and someone whose symbol on Bishop's phone was a T. Then Bishop responded at 10:27 to Mr. Matlala, or forwarded a message to Mr. Matlala at 10:27 saying, "It's all over now, my brother, price is very down, they don't want our prices." at 10:28, Mr. Matlala had a voice call to Bishop. That screenshot was sent at 10:34. And immediately after that screenshot, Mr. Matlala forwards a voice note to the third party. And if we can play that voice note. Third party, the voice note that Mr. van Wyk sent to him a few minutes earlier saying we'll go in at 2:50. The sequence continues at 10:34 and at 10:35. There are calls between Mr. Matlala and the third party that we see at 5:45. If we go back then to page 378, we see a minute after those calls at 10:36, Mr. Matlala calls Mr. van Wyk. And at 10:48, Mr. van Wyk forwards to Mr. Matlala, Mike, we're ready to take tomorrow afternoon, has got important engagement in the morning 1, Wednesday we can take 2 again. And at 10:49, Mr. van Wyk calls Mr. Matlala. If we go back in the sequence to the third party chats at page 545, the next stage is a voice call from the third party at 11 o'clock, a voice call back from Mr. Matlala at 11:33, a message from the third party saying, we can only do 350K because my cost is 300K. The 250K worth stock, it's the cheaper one. We do have it as well, but this one, the 350K, it's 100% pure. And that is the end of the sequence. Mr. van Wyk's response, we've already touched on. It's at page 17 of his witness statement where he says, once again, I received the video recording from the inquiries I made to the Commission and confirmed that I never received this WhatsApp video on my cell phone. We do not accept that answer, and the reasons why we do not accept this answer are the following. As I have confirmed, we have tracked down the third party. We interviewed the third party, took a statement from the third party, and the third party admits that he sent the video to Mr. Matlala. He also admits that the WhatsApps that were exchanged by Mr. Matlala and him that we have taken the Commission to are authentic, and he has given us a record of the same WhatsApps on his phone. Included in those WhatsApps are the voice notes saying we'll go in at 2:50. So if Mr. van Wyk did not receive the video and send the voice note, someone else would have had to plant the video and the voice note into a WhatsApp chat between Mr. van Wyk and Mr. Matlala, because we know that the video and the voice note are authentic, at least insofar as they appear on the third party's WhatsApps. Now, to plant that video into the WhatsApps of Mr. van Wyk and Mr. Matlala, we are informed would probably be technically impossible, because the chats between Mr. van Wyk and Mr. Matlala were extracted from an image of Mr. Matlala's iPhone 16, and we are informed that it's not possible to plant a message or a media file into a WhatsApp chat record on an Apple iPhone 16 without leaving a trace that the file of the whole WhatsApps was amended at a date after the, at a later date when the planting would have taken place. But leaving aside the technical problems and the potential, what we are told is a technical impossibility, we submit that there is a factual impossibility as well. Because as we saw, well, I didn't highlight it at the time, but if we go back to the third-party chats at page 542. The video that was sent by the third party was deleted for everyone by the third party. That video is what was once at the chat at 7:49:59. This message was deleted, it now says. And on WhatsApp, when you delete for everyone, that is what will remain after you have deleted for everyone.
It was deleted by the third party?
Yes.
For everybody?
Yes. And, I mean, it would be a logical thing to do at the end of your exchanges in what is, well, what appears to be a cocaine sale. The third party, of course, didn't realize that Mr. Van Wyk had forwarded the message, Mr. Matlala had forwarded the video on to Mr. Van Wyk, and he couldn't delete a video that Mr. Matlala had forwarded further. But for present purposes, what's significant is that there was no trace, and indeed there is no trace of the video anywhere on the phone other than in the chats between Mr. Matlala and Mr. Van Wyk. So if one has to postulate a notional tamperer who wants to frame Mr. Van Wyk and or Mr. Matlala, they would have had no access to a video to plant, because the only place on the phone where the video appears is in the chats between Mr. Van Wyk and Mr. Matlala. What the denial postulates and the thesis of a tamperer postulates is that there was this phone sitting somewhere, this video sitting somewhere on the phone, which could then have been extracted and planted in the chats between Mr. Matlala and Mr. Van Wyk. But the only place that the video was in those chats. And the authenticity of the video is confirmed by the person who originally sent it to Mr. Van Wyk, to Mr. Matlala, but who subsequently deleted it. So we know the video is real. We know that the voice note saying we will go in at 2:50 is real. And it would have been impossible for a third-party tamperer to plant that real video in the chats of Mr. Van Wyk and Mr. Matlala, because that third party, that notional tamperer wouldn't have had access to the video anywhere else on the phone. There's no sign of the video anywhere else on the phone.
Besides this issue of where the video would have been taken from in order to plant it, besides that, are we going to get technical or expert evidence on the impossibility of planting?
Mr. Chaskalson, still on the cocaine issue, I see that the report from FSL references a Boyson's case number. We know that the Ayrton case, the Boyson's case number was 2021. This one is 2025, and it can be the inquiry relating to the loss of the 136 kgs. It's completely different.
It is completely different. It involves
Is this another case of cocaine having been lost while in police custody, or we don't have that situation?
No.
here?
This is the case involving some suspects, some Brazilian suspects who